Ledger. Here's Stuart Leighton.
And they're off for the 234th running of the Ladbroke St Ledger, the world's oldest classic, a field of 10 breaking from the stalls, and Corsica is the first one to show up and strides into a lead of a couple of lengths from Total Command in the pink cap, who races wide of Ted Spread. Arctic Cosmos in a white sleeve jacket is wide of Midas Touch. Dandino slotting in against the fence. Wilding in the nose band. Frankie Dettori in the Godolphin Blue has settled in midfield. He's tracking Dandino as they go through the first quarter of a mile. Working back to Snow Ferry, who's wide of Joshua Tree, and Theology is last of the 10-strong field. Corsica leads then in the hands of Joe Fanning. 3 lengths up, followed by Ted Spread. Total Command, the pink cap, is in third. Midas Touch, column O'Donoghue in the dark blue is against the fence, kept company by Arctic Cosmos going on the incline. Then a couple of lengths to Dandino from Rewilding. Joshua Tree in the purple and white is on the inside of the duel. Oaks Heroine, Snow Fairy, and Theology in the hands of Paul Hannigan remains at the tail of a pretty well stretched out field as they reach the highest point of the course and make the descent at the end of almost 5 furlongs. So it's still Corsica who leads, chased by Ted Spread, Total Command, Midas Touch, then Arctic Cosmos. There goes Dandino in a black and white jacket. 3 lengths away to Rewilding, who's ridden patiently, stalked by Snow Fairy. Joshua Tree up the fence. Spencer had a quick peek down by the looks of things on Joshua Tree, and Theology remains last of all, moving steadily towards the halfway point, and still Frankie sitting pretty, no move yet aboard Rewilding's, quite happy to track Dandino as on the sharp end. Corsica remains 3 lengths up on the pursuers, who are still headed by Ted Spread. Then Total Command, they're beyond halfway now. Arctic Cosmos in the headgear is racing wide of Midas Touch. 2 lengths to Dandino in the black and white silks of Elite Racing Club. Rewilding next. The final 3 are still Snow Fairy, Joshua Tree, and Theology. Passing the 5, they swing for home in the Ladbroke St Ledger. There'd be a good 12-15 lengths covering the field, and Corsica has the advantage, but is being reeled back as he swings on in. He's only 2 lengths clear, chased by Ted Spread. Total Command, pink cap, away to the right, followed by Midas Touch. Frankie now just beginning to niggle away on Rewilding, has still got 5 or 6 lengths to find. Arctic Cosmos in the headgear is making headway. Away to the left, Snow Fairy moving into it, the red sleeve jacket upsides Dandino. Corsica still leads as they race for the last 2.5 furlongs. Far side Midas Touch. Arctic Cosmos towards the near side is produced at the hands of William Buick. Then Total Command from Snow Fairy. Rewilding has drifted across the fence, has still got 4 lengths to find, and it's Arctic Cosmos who quickens up to lead with a furlong and a half to go from the post setting Corsica. Then Midas Touch, Snow Fairy, Joshua Tree. Rewilding is beaten. Arctic Cosmos for John Gosden, a couple of lengths clear, chased by Corsica at Midas Touch. Arctic Cosmos driven out to make sure Midas Touch is closing, but Arctic Cosmos gives John Gosden a 3rd Ladbroke St Ledger, a 1st for William Buick. Close for 2nd between Midas Touch and Corsica. Snow Fairy, Joshua Tree, and Rewilding win it.